Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas have sparred during speeches in New York at the UN General Assembly.
Mr. Netanyahu invited Mr. Abbas to address Israel's parliament, while Mr. Abbas had a message for Britain.
Israel's leader is never usually backward in criticising the UN. This year was no exception.
Ladies and gentlemen, the UN, begun as a moral force, has become a moral farce.
Speaking shortly after Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas, both aiming to portray themselves as men of peace, amid little sign of any talks.
President Abbas, instead of railing against Israel at the United Nations in New York, I invite you to speak to the Israeli people at the Knesset in Jerusalem. And I would gladly come to speak to the Palestinian parliament in Ramallah.
No peace conference and no negotiations. How can we speak about peace? How can we make peace?
Mahmoud Abbas calling on Britain to apologise for the 1917 Balfour Declaration that endorsed a national home for Jewish people.
To act to rectify this historic catastrophe and remedy its consequences, including by recognition of the State of Palestine. This is the least Great Britain can do.
It's an issue that has had little attention at the General Assembly, the war in Syria and IS topping the international agenda.
While the Palestinian issue may have taken a back seat on the international agenda, but extremist groups in the region, including the Islamic State, draw very heavily on the Palestinian issue in order to drum up more public support and and recruit more people in support of their causes.
Barack Obama came to office with high hopes for moving the Middle East peace process forward. In his speech to the UN this week, he hardly mentioned it. Christine Carney, SBS World News.